You had done a freestyle recently, and where you mentioned VladTV on it. You said, "Speaking of shady, man, after my interview I did with Vlad, I felt awful, but I learned you got to watch what you say in interviews. It can cost you. What can say my relationship better with Ye than with Marshall? But I still ain't got nothing bad to say about Marshall. Just keeping it funky. I'm thankful for Marshall."
Mm-hmm.
Now that was a reference to the interview that you and I did originally.
Right.
When I asked you, I said, was there a big difference in your career when you signed to Eminem and all of his fans suddenly became aware of you? And you said, well, not really. We got a bunch of nerd and stan fans who don't really understand our music and so forth. And I'll be honest, that response kind of surprised me because I thought that you'd be like, oh yeah, hundreds of millions of people suddenly know who we are because of his fan base. So I was surprised when you said that. It wasn't like a setup or anything else like that.
Yeah. You know, I said a lot. I said a lot of stuff in that interview, and again, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm learning this shit as I go, man. Vlad, like I'm learning this shit along the way. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of shit I said. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I get caught up in being just too honest and being too real, and sometimes my words get taken the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't mean it like that. Like I wasn't, appreciative and thankful for, everything that come with, being next to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah. Like that was a dream for me. You feel me? But I wasn't saying it like that. It's just, the frustration from like, I get a lot of people that just like a lot of them fans, like Eminem fans is different, man. They only want to hear M. They like, who is these guys? You know what I'm saying? Who is these guys? Man, where is M coming out? Just read the comments yourself. You'll see it. You know what I'm saying? But actually, well, that line that you were just referring to, like, and the shit I said in that freestyle, I really wasn't referring to that comment. It was actually referring to, you know what I mean? The shit like, I guess what Lord Jamar said on the joint, and I said what I said, and I seen like the headlines the way it was like kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like Eminem's artist Conway said agrees with Lord Jamar that he's not, whatever was said. And I don't know, I just felt like I shouldn't have said that because I definitely didn't mean it in no heinous way. I just was trying to, paint a picture and of like how it was for me receiving Eminem's product. Like when he came out, bro, I thought it was the illest shit in the world. Like the rest of the world thinks now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was just like, nigga, what? Listen to this. Like I was, nigga, I know all that shit frontwards to backwards. But, a lot of dudes in the neighborhood wasn't as quickly receptive to it as it wasn't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for everybody. And I just wish I never said that shit on the camera. Like I wasn't trying to shit on him or nothing. I think he one of the best, or not the best. Like I wasn't shit on him, and I disagree with Lord Jamar for the record. And I disagreed on your last show when I said what I said. I just was trying to put it in context, and I just maybe said some shit wrong or worded it wrong. Maybe just came out wrong, and I kind of on that song I was just kind of, reflecting on that. Like damn man, you know what I'm saying? Like. Just the lesson I learned, going forward in interviews, I kind of like think now before I answer stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that was a valuable moment for me in my career, my journey going the rest of the way, saying, learning that. And I never meant to, hopefully I didn't offend, bro. And if I did, I never meant to. It was never my intentions. You know what I'm saying?
Will the two of you ever have a conversation after that?
No, we never had no conversation, but I'm sure we will. I'd like to, actually. You know what I'm saying? He probably ain't even tripping about that shit. You know what I'm saying? He don't care about that shit, man. It just bothered me. You know what I mean? Just looking back, looking at it and stuff like, I shouldn't have said that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a man at the end of the day first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I appreciate you clearing it up, man. That was some real humble shit that you just said.
Yeah.